So starting the test drive in the Wagoneer S here, it's an interesting vehicle, and it was an interesting start to the Jeep kind of slash Wagoneer all electric journey. Having something like this with this amount of power, and I'm gonna assume that this shares certain similarities with the Charger Daytona, you know, the Charger EV, but you get that same 400 volt system, the 100 kilowatt hour battery. But what's crazy about this is you're getting more of a four-wheel drive feel for under $70,000 in an EV. And it's set small, but the space in here is incredible for what you think you're getting into when you first hop in one of these. I said earlier in the walk around portion, I'm 6'3", and having this seat adjusted for someone of my size, I could probably even scoot it up a little bit, but sitting behind myself, I'm able to do that no problem in this. The only problem is my knees are just barely brushing the back of that seat there. But other than that, I mean, not an issue in terms of the space I get. And I read somewhere people were talking about how this drives kind of rough. I don't know if it was Road and Track or Car and Driver, one of those publications, but honestly, for this, it doesn't really bother me because this is a Jeep. I shouldn't say it's a Jeep, but you know, it is a Wagoneer. So with that capability, I don't expect this to ride like a Mercedes. I don't expect it to ride like a luxury vehicle. I will say I was surprised with how well the Charger Daytona drove, and I drove that right before this to kind of compare. But this one is a bit more, there's a bit more movement going on here, but nothing bothersome or anything like that. It's really one of those things that you only notice if you're looking for it. So since I was looking for it, I did notice it, but it's really nothing. Now what is crazy is you get a 0 to 60 time of 3.4 seconds in something like this, and that is just crazy. And honestly, if you think about it, for under $70,000, it's hard to beat that. Now we're gonna get on the interstate. I'll put it in the sport mode. Wow, it's ready to go. I mean, I feel that 617 pound-feet of torque. Jeez, I'm gonna slow myself down. Here we go. Whoa, my gosh. That is impressive. Oh man. Sheesh. That is some crazy power there. Absolutely insane. I have the adaptive cruise going. And let's see if we can get the lane keeping system as well. So, adaptive cruise with the active driving assist enabled. Of course, it wants to make sure you have your hands on. About 2 seconds after you take it off, that turns yellow, letting you know, hey, keep your hands on the steering wheel. So that's something that kind of gets on my nerves because I like to be able to kind of let off for a sec. But I mean, it's still a great driver assist system. Let's see how long it takes before it starts going off on me. So it's not bad because it does its thing for quite a while. Even after that steering wheel turns yellow. Now I want to give one more thank you to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Franklin for allowing me to review this Wagoneer S today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you are looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, all in all, this is one of those, in Chrysler, I don't know what it is. People are so afraid of EVs for whatever reason, because you can't go cross country in them without stopping to charge, and the charging infrastructure isn't there. But for most people who don't drive for a living, I mean, this is the way to go, I think. You get 294 miles of range on something that you're going to use 99.9% of the time to drive probably a max 70 miles. You know what, take that back, a max 100 miles both ways. And you're getting a 0 to 60 time in 3.4 seconds here. Just freaking quick. Still off-road capable if you want to do some light off-roading or whatever. But what makes this so amazing is it's under $70,000, and you get heated seats, you get a heated steering wheel, you get a panoramic roof, you get a full semi-autonomous driving system, even though it's not semi-autonomous, but you know, lane keeping, adaptive cruise. And it's something that's actually fun to drive. It's something that's super quick, super fun, and it's just different. And I think the Wagoneer S is just a great example of what EVs can become, something that's fun, fast, and practical. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Wagoneer S Limited.